Former President Jimmy Carter, who has been in hospice care for more than 17 months, says he's hoping to stay alive, not just for his 100th birthday on October 1st, but for October 15th, when he can cast his vote for president. Carter plans to vote by mail, and in the state of Georgia, that vote will count even if he reaches the end of his life before Election Day. With the rise of early and mail-in voting in the past few decades, there have been cases of people voting by mail but passing away before their votes were counted. Wendy Underhill, the National Conference of State Legislatures, says states handle this situation differently.
They can choose to accept them, they can choose to reject them, or states can be silent on this question. So they can go in any direction.
9 states have laws that explicitly accept results from people who have died before Election Day after voting early. Another 20 Secretary of State offices tell Spectrum News they don't have specific laws for this, but when it happens, they do accept the ballots. 5 states, including North Carolina and Kentucky, don't have a law for this, but do not accept the ballots. And another 10 states have specific laws that ban the ballots. 3 other states say it depends on the situation.
Each state gets to make its own decision on whether it says, yes, that's a valid vote, or no, these are for only votes that are from folks who are with us on Election Day.
Of the top 5 states with the most people over the age of 65, according to the most recent census, including Florida and Maine, all 5 count the votes of people who have voted early and died before Election Day. Experts point out it can be difficult for states to identify when a voter has died in this window.
Now, in those states where there's a verification process that happens well before Election Day, it would be kind of difficult to say, well, we're going to do a second round of checking just to make sure that nobody died.
So to find this information, some election offices get the records from their state's health department or the Social Security Administration, and some simply check local obituaries or wait for family members of the deceased to reach out. Either way, no matter how the information is gathered, this group of voters may not actually sway elections.
If I had to guess the number of people, it's not enough to swing any election outcome or any election result, even in the closest of federal or statewide election races. Now, if you have a tied election, then maybe one vote could make a difference.
Bernard Fraga from Emory University says it's not dead voters, but non-voters who will decide the election.
I think when we think about the broader scope of our democracy and instances where individual voters can make a difference, it's really those people who don't even try to cast a ballot that are impacting election outcomes.
Fraga says states can do more to make residents aware of their eligibility to vote. To find out the eligibility rules in your state, go to USA.gov. In Washington, Ruben Jones, Spectrum News.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Let Spectrum News be your resource for balanced, in-depth political coverage. And click the subscribe button here. You can also download our app and watch us on TV to learn more about the candidates, where they stand on the issues, and more. We'll see you then.